Welcome everybody to McGrew's Reviews. Kiki Talocan! Woo! Woo! Mexicans in the house. Mayans in the house. Aztecs in the house. I guess Wakanda too. Welcome everybody to McGrew's Reviews. I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka the Mexcellence, aka the Talocan champion. Look at my toys, my figures, my poster. I love Namor, or Namor, I'm sorry. But on the other side, as always, joining us.
What's happening, y'all?
The guy eating the popcorn. I'm gonna introduce him
It's my first meal of the day.
Put the pressure on him while he's eating popcorn. Who's the guy eating popcorn in front of me?
It's TJ, what's up?
It's TJ.
You should have got the Dorito nachos like me. It's a great combination.
That's insanity. Also joining us on the other side is the namesake of the show.
Oh yeah, Tommy McGrew.
It's Tommy McGrew. Hi everybody. Welcome to Wakanda Forever. But it's really about Talocan today because it's about Mexican representation. Man, this movie was everything I wanted it to be, at least in that regard. But we're going to get into all of that. Put down my pop box, put down my Marvel Legends Namor action figure, my actual bobblehead pop figure, and the poster they gave us in the IMAX with King Namor on top. And I'm going to say it with the accent the whole time.
He's not a king.
You got to. What?
They don't call him.
They don't call him a king.
There's a reason.
They call him Kukulkan. That's like the way. I love the way that Winston Duke sold that line.
Yeah. That's why they put it in the trailer.
That's why
just
they put
love Winston Duke.
Winston Duke is my size, but I feel so much smaller than him because they framed him in this movie like he was a goddamn monster, like a gargantuan.
A lot of underhand shots.
I'm sure he's a small person, but like there was a picture of them like one shot, two shot, and he's just like this, filling up the frame. It's her tiny little head. Welcome everybody to the trailer, the review for Wakanda Forever. We just got out of the theater right now. Had some technical difficulties.
Hey, chat, no spoilers for the spoiler section.
Yeah, we're not spoiling anything right now, so if you're listening right now, if you're watching right now, this is a spoiler-free conversation. It's going to be not very brief, but much briefer than the spoiler review, which is going to come after the commercial break. So if you want to hear our first impressions, you want to hear the things we liked about it, things we didn't like about it broadly, without any real emphasis or specifics, this is the time to perk your ears up and listen. But before we do that, you can find us all at the Mexcellence. Be sure to share the Mexcellence, like the Mexcellence on all forms of social media and on all media platforms. So make sure you're following the audio on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, all that stuff. And you can follow us on YouTube. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you're watching this live. And if you're not watching this live, you can find us on Twitch Live, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, what is this Thursday? For the world premiere of Wakanda Forever. Black Panther.
That's not how you say it.
Huh?
You say it like they said it in the first trailer.
Why do you...
Wakanda Forever.
I gotta say it like Forrest Whitaker. The Black Panther.
Oh, in that one movie?
A lot of ease. Yeah. Must be stripped away. The powers of the Black Panther.
No, you gotta say it like...
What an Oscar for?
You gotta say it like our theater.
Oh yeah, our theater was pretending to be hard of hearing because we were hard of hearing every time they tried to talk because it was awful.
The sound mixing was rough.
Was it bad?
We wouldn't know if it was a sound mixing of the movie or if it was just our theater, but it'd be like the power will be. We won, and it's like, oh, I don't know what you said. I kind of got it.
It was when there was a lot of shit going on. So that made it tough. But yeah, we could dive in. Let's just dive into it.
Well, Ricardo, we'll answer all the specific. Oh wait, nope. What happened there?
You hit the wrong button.
No. I think we lost the. Oh, it's got unplugged somehow. Could you guys plug in that cable into this?
I can't reach it.
Oh my gosh, guys! We need to see the chat.
Than me.
We need to see the chat.
I don't trust.
Yeah, that goes into one of the. There's only so many holes that's in there, but. Once again, no spoilers in the chat. No spoilers right now. It might be on the other side. It's not on the other side. It'll be
there.
there.
You got it.
There we go. Let's see. We get in the screen. Let's see if we got the chat coming in because I like them.
We love them.
We want some more of them.
Yeah.
Did it do anything?
Nope.
You guys keep breaking my things.
No, it's just that.
Hi, everybody.
The thing is horrendous.
You gotta. It's a very cheap laptop. You gotta
throw it off the.
You gotta shove it in a little bit more. Which is what I say about our character Namor. Oh, it rhymed. Shove him in everything. That's my review of the movie. Put more Mexicans in things. I want it. I need it, Tommy. I need gold dressings on my hair and my head.
You got a solid sample size.
I wouldn't even say a sample.
We got a lot of things. Well, let's go over first and foremost. First impressions. I'll start with you, TJ.
He's still figuring it out. How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, me, of course.
You're not wrong.
Talokan, man. I'll let you parse it through. But Talokan, man. This movie we feared, and one of the first things that we feared in this movie was that this would be a race war between black folk and Mexicans.
That was the first thing we feared.
It was the first thing we feared.
It was.
And this movie does it all the way. God dang it. LA is going to burn down after this movie, after the populace gets this, because let's not mince words. This is black folk versus underwater Mexicans. That's
the blackest of black folk and the Mexican of Mexicans.
Right. Fucking Mesoamerican. And they spoke Spanish at points because they learned it from the colonizers. Yeah. So
and like every time they're underwater, they just looked Mexican. That was
the thing.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They were just
Mexican.
Right. Yeah. They were just Mexican, but like
Hispanic.
Yeah, they were Mexican.
No,
they were in Mexico.
They were literally in Mexico.
Yeah, they were on the bad side of Mexico. To be fair, I'm kidding. I make fun of Mayans because my heritage is Aztec. I'm almost entirely sure we're from more than northern.
You want to get in touch with Namor, you go to Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of the characters was like, I want to see Namor, and they're like, ¿Qué? Go away. I don't want to talk to you. And then they're like,
it was like, no,
speak an
get
ancient
the
language.
fuck out of here.
Well, that's the thing. Like with Wakandan, it's a mixture of all sorts of different languages and stuff in different parts of Africa, right? Different
amalgamation.
I don't know how to say it, but it's like ZSHOKA is the language. Like one of them. Anyway, it's like part of South Africa. Anyway, they're just like, nope, they're speaking ancient Mayan. Like that's just the language. Yeah. So
I'm glad they kept it simple.
Yeah, it kept it simple. It allowed other characters to know how to speak it, even though it's a very dying language. But I mean, man, I cannot say enough. And I had to learn his name, Tenoch. If it was Aztec, it'd be Tenoch. It's a no.
Yeah.
But Tenoch Huerta is fucking menacing in this movie, man.
It's very scary.
He's a very scary dude. And his motivations are like very direct.
Very simple.
Very simple.
They did the character like that's Namor. That's exactly what he is.
Like, and I saw
it was it's very beauty and simplicity. Because it was simple.
He boils it down.
It made that have extra depth, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because you're like, I get your motive. You're very clear about your motive.
You're very clear about your motive.
He straight up, a lot of these problems could have been solved if everybody just listened to his motive. I don't necessarily, whether you agree or not, he was just like, look, this is what I'm about.
Yeah.
Also, Elijah, real quick, I'm not easily baited. What a great Aquaman movie. Shut the fuck up. He's trying to bait me, and it's completely not. Because Jason Momoa has nothing on Tenoch Huerta. Has nothing on him.
No,
I didn't even watch Aquaman. And I'm like, okay, he's got a shiny suit. Tenoch Huerta's got fucking feather legs.
And it's not funny.
They make a joke about it a little bit, but even then, it's like, oh no,
those are useful.
This is scary.
The way he uses them are quite scary.
When you see Namor doing his thing for the first time, I won't say the first, technically the
real first time.
The real first time.
In the Shroud of Darkness.
No, not that one.
That one?
No, I wouldn't even say that.
I'll take that one.
No, when you see him doing his thing in the genuine first showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you ain't laughing at them little flying legs. You ain't laughing at
that
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he's...
Are you talking about the first time?
Not the first time, but like the one after that.
Gotcha.
The first side first time. When he's on the screen, you ain't fucking laughing at them legs.
You're not laughing. I mean, you laughed several times.
Because of... Okay, look.
It was nervous laughter.
It was nervous laughter because Namor, if you don't know in the comics, I'll keep it very simple.
He's the
just
first
don't fuck with this shit.
Yeah.
And he won't fuck with you.
That's it.
But if you fuck with this shit, he is all about just very simply, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, if you start
no questions.
No, he's just gonna fuck you up. If you started, he'll finish it with no warning at all. Just okay. Just do his thing.
As the great Marshawn Lynch would say, I'm about that action, boss.
Yeah.
He is about that action.
He wanted all the smoke, and he was
about it.
He was like, very much about it.
Look, if you don't think I'll handle it myself, you don't want me to.
Right.
Really and truly, you don't want me to be there.
Trying to help you out.
Because people like Loki, and he's a trickster. He deceived them. Yeah. No, Namor's like, I'm not sending my people to fight for me if I'm not fighting ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
was it Kuma?
Atuma. Atuma's in the
Namor.
comics as well.
Let's go.
We'll roll out.
Yeah, we got this.
Right.
Y'all chill. We got it.
And I mean, look, to give him some credit, it's not like he comes out initially being like, hey, I'm here to, like, he's trying to be reasonable,
Super reasonable.
In his way, in his own way. He's like, not to get spoiled, but he's very much like, hey, look, I'm a rational guy.
Broke some of his own rules went out of his way. Actually.
He literally went out of his way. He said, look, I'm extending a hypothetical olive branch.
Yeah.
If you extend the same, see how this pans out.
Very civil, very peaceful.
I just refreshed it because there was a little ghost in the bottom.
That's fine.
They'll come back.
Yeah, very civil, very peaceful, the way he approached it.
Right.
And
Not unreasonable.
not even close. Super reasonable, actually.
And his story, too?
Could have been talked about. We could have put it around a table and we could have talked about this.
Right. And they tried. They actually tried. You talk about these Marvel movies where they're like,
you just
we try to
talk it
sit
out.
down and talk it out a little bit.
No.
He was sitting down, was like, these are my terms.
Yeah.
I want this to work, but if you don't agree with me, I will kill everyone in your whole family. I mean,
Basically,
like
To
that.
be fair, I felt like he was negotiating,
Seriously.
and the other side was just not negotiating.
You were
were.
like, stop, and
Yeah.
then didn't.
Bro, you saw it one time in the movie. I had my hand. I was like, y'all niggas just need to stop.
Right.
I was like, y'all need to just.
He's
stop.
making sense.
I know you guys have been going through shit in Wakanda, but like, you need to pump the brakes here and take this shit. Just dial it back.
Right.
Calm down.
Right.
Cooler heads.
I know you lost a lot of people.
Yeah, like
we'll talk about him in a little
this
bit.
Dude is, he means business, so we need to probably. You didn't know these motherfuckers existed.
Right.
You didn't.
Right.
You know everything, Wakanda. You didn't know this motherfucker existed.
And Tyler Khan knows everything about Wakanda.
Yeah, somehow knows everything about Wakanda. It knows what they're going through. Hey, sorry about everything that's happened.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, hey,
Yeah,
look.
we got an issue. And basically, look, friend or foe. It's plain and simple.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to do it this way.
There's two options. There's two options.
They're both pretty bad options,
foe.
though.
No, but
They're not great options.
Friend?
Yeah.
Oh, you either with me or I'm running your
You're
face. Like, it's
against
this
me,
right.
That's right.
And a matter of fact, I'm going to start here first.
Right.
So, what's up? What's up?
I'm going to check every one of you bitches.
Yeah.
And so I would just, man, like, what sucks about it is that he's a villain. He's the villain of the movie.
I'm hard pressed to call him a villain. This is one of
That's
those
why
weird ones.
he's the most complex Marvel character to me because technically, yeah, when he's a villain, he's an actual
That's the
fucking
thing.
villain.
He does villainous things.
He's a legit villain. Like he will kill masses. He doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
But he's a hell of an ally if he's on your side.
Right.
If y'all are, crossing the same path.
Right.
Great guy to have on your squad. He will happily be on your side.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's of his people too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If he was just one guy like I'm just power tripping, I want to rule the world.
That's not his thing.
It's not about ruling
not-
the world.
no.
It's about
He doesn't give a fuck
protecting his
about that.
people from something he'd already seen happen in his history.
And
And if you know Mexican history, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't even call it an anti-hero. He's really just, I call him true neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic
It's
neutral.
very
absolutely.
much like, hey, look, really and truly, I would never leave my people if y'all don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm chilling. I got my underwater kingdom. I got my underwater hose. Like, I'm good.
Right. He don't even mess with that. He has not one woman.
But
He has his
There's
cousin.
one in mind.
His cousin.
No, I'm talking. She ain't.
Oh,
been
she ain't in
introduced
there
yet.
yet. We'll talk about it later.
but
Stealing wives in this.
to go
bitch.
into my first impressions.
I just have one more thing real quick before you get into first impressions.
Oh, thanks.
I just one more thing I had to finish because I wasn't done.
Thanks for stepping over. I'm kidding.
This is Talo Khan's time. Thank you very much. All right, Cool Khan. All right, it's time for. I
Not
know.
what the movie's called, but yeah, go ahead.
It's called yeah. Wakanda Forever. How much was like Wakanda in it? There was a whole set piece of just white people. So
It was.
it was. And Mexicans taking care of business. No, I made this stupid thing in my head, and I want to play it for you guys, and I want to play it for the Mexicans out there. It's only for us, but the little chant that they do is. Let me see if I can find it because I put it on our Instagram, and it's the little chant that they do because you guys have Wakanda Forever.
Right.
We have a fucking Hadouken
You did.
and the bow of the head, and it is. How do you say it? Oh shit! Where did it go? Damn it! It's in the. So many things. I've posted about this so much I'm losing track of it. It is Likik Talokan.
Okay.
Likik Talokan. And my dumb ass just heard this. If you guys watch TikTok, you'll enjoy this. If not, you're just going to be confused by it, but it makes me laugh.
That's
TJ didn't want to laugh at that. He didn't want to be interrupted from it. But guess what, TJ?
No, it wasn't that. I don't care.
It's not that bad.
How much time did it take you?
30 seconds. I had the idea in my brain, and I had to formulate it. But that's why I've been fucking having such a good time, because what you guys got in the first one.
Yeah,
I got a morsel of this one.
I'm sure he'll get his own.
Oh, he better.
Of course.
Oh, and it's gonna be fun as shit.
Yeah.
Because just one more thing, the Talokanians, I think there's a proper name for them. Mm-hmm. They wreck shop.
They're tough.
They're tough. Atuma, tough. Yeah. Namora, tough.
She's probably the toughest, out of those two.
Right.
Yeah.
But, TJ, I'll let you go ahead now. Your first impressions of Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna touch since you went more on the Namor route. I'm gonna touch on the other side.
We'll bring it back home.
Yeah, we'll bring it back to what this movie.
That's
really
what your show is about. It's fine.
So first and foremost, what I want to give a lot of credit for is I think even comparison to where they've tried to before, I think this is actually probably the best Marvel. Like, I was legitimately like, y'all pulling in some horror vibes. Like, because like that, the opening or part of the opening is genuinely just the way everything's happening. That is a scene almost very reminiscent of like a very good horror movie.
Fucking Jaws, man.
Like a very, very much like I wouldn't even say that, because it's not like it's not like a chase sort of sound.
No.
It's a very ambiance, like
it's scary.
And people
it's creepy as hell.
Creepy.
Right.
It's very creepy.
So it's really cool because I was not expecting.
No.
I was expecting that in terms of what happens, but I wasn't expecting the way it was executed. Because you really have people doing things like they're just mesmerized.
It's sirens. They have
cool.
siren powers. Yeah.
And they use it in a very cool and effective way.
They do.
But speaking about Wakanda's side, I actually really like how they you get right into the things. You get right into it, and there's no. It's almost kind of like a whiplash, because we went from some like jive turkey Negro to like very serious.
Look,
Regal Theater,
fault.
you need to stop.
So just to give some clear, I wrote the note down. Mm-hmm. So we watched the trailer. We saw The Shape of Water with the Na'vi or whatever.
Avatar 2, which is very similar to this.
Yeah, Avatar: The Shape of Water. And we're like, okay, we're done. Now it's time to start the movie, and I'm excited.
Only two quick trailers.
Two quick trailers, right?
Good about it, yeah.
And literally, the first thing we see is a black gentleman bust through the front of a Regal and was like, damn, this is nicer than my apartment. And me and Tia just looked at each other like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And then it just proceeded to have another black dude pour popcorn all over himself. Did you see that?
They're saying movie quotes, and it's fucking terrible and embarrassing.
Right. But like, I was just like, oh, hell no. What's up, dog? Give me some skin, brother. Like, that's how bad it was. I'm not even doing it.
Dynamite! Like, they might as well. Like, this
y'all
shit
ready to
was
watch the movie
ridiculous,
Jive
man.
Turkeys? It's like, oh my god,
bro, that's what I told you that thing, bro. I was like, man, this nigga came in, he was like, man, I gotta add that pop to my corn. You need to stop.
Because I was like, because all of us in the line were ready to watch some black excellence,
right?
And those motherfuckers just ruined it right away,
real quick.
Ruined it.
Just tried to negate it before it even started.
You want to, Chadwick, you want to go to the movie, and you got these buffoons talking about I gotta add more pop to my corn.
No, Rakeem, this was not like people in the theater. This was Regal's
This is Regal's commercial.
Regal's commercials.
You go to AMC, you won't see this shit. Like,
hell no. Also, they afford Coke.
Also, real quick, Rakeem, I have to ask, is it illegal to get kicked out of a movie theater for being too black? Because he's like, did they kick him out of the theater? I don't think you get kicked out of a theater for being like, oh, what's up, dog?
I hope not.
It's
called segregation.
Yeah.
No, and I mean,
I'm just thinking of the concept of that, right? Where Rakeem's like, they should have kicked them out for saying, oh hell nah.
Part of me thinks so, but no. It was ultimately, so it leads right into the things, and You're gonna. I don't think this is a spoiler. You're gonna see things with Chadwick Boseman's face.
They get it knocked out,
and they get it knocked out right away. But they do it justice.
I think it's perfectly done. Yeah,
they do it clean, and it's almost. Part of me was like, oh my gosh, like my neck couldn't handle that whiplash, but it was very much into the weeds. There wasn't music. There wasn't anything taking away from it. And when they get to the actual funeral scene that you guys see in the trailers, it looks like a celebration because it is.
Right. I will say this, and don't get mad at me, but they traded Wakanda Street, from the first movie where Wakanda was just one street to Wakanda Corner, where it was just that intersection.
Literally a corner now.
It's just that intersection.
We're getting there.
Now you stop it. They showed plenty of Wakanda in this one.
Okay, fine. They had the river.
No, I think they did.
They had
that's a whole. It's in the trailer.
They had the coast, the river walk,
it still looked like
it's on the corner.
Area.
It's on the corner of Wakanda Corner.
Nah,
they went from one thing to like maybe three.
Nah, they sitting down places. They watching it. They got a bunch of shit going on.
I still can't grasp the architecture
of Wakanda.
No,
the city planning of Wakanda.
No, to me, where it helped out was when they did the fly-in. This time, I felt like Wakanda was huge.
They do. Yeah, you get scale this time.
You get scale.
You get a little bit scale.
You get present.
Right.
And you kind of because I was trying to, but I don't know the geography because I don't know where they fought them niggas from. Infinity War. No, Infinity War.
Yeah. We're in the Infinity War when they're fighting in Wakanda.
Yeah, I don't know where that shit happened. I was trying to geographically
downtown.
I was like,
are they? So they're by the ocean now?
I was like, where'd that water come from?
Yeah,
because that was the thing, right? Because according to Eric Voss from
river? Or what's
from
going on?
New Rockstars, I'm saying Africa map. They're supposed to be. I'll show you about right
I thought they
here.
were Central Africa.
They're Central East. So there are. I want to say. I think here-ish.
Okay.
So it's like how do you get there from water?
I guess a river from the ocean.
Right. I mean, because I guess he went to the Nile. Is what
there you go.
That's what
that's
he said.
appropriate.
Yeah, I think
the River Nile.
Around there-ish. Where Wakanda is in the MCU, and then it varies in the comic books.
Gotcha.
But I will say, outside of that, you do get introduced to a lot of the familiar faces from Wakanda. Mm-hmm. You get the and actually, what I do like is in a very similar vein to where Namor basically comes in and is like, don't fuck with my shit. Wakanda very much in a similar vein of like,
Queen Ramonda.
Stop, y'all get one. Do not try us. Because y'all white people,
they are the real enemy.
Y'all are really.
They are the real
no, she basically just said, y'all white people, hold up, you think you funny, huh?
Yeah. Hey.
Especially the French.
The French.
I kind of spoiled it a little bit. The one time that in history, like a major victory where France tried to attack Ethiopia and Ethiopia beat the fuck out of them even though they had gunpowder. Yeah. Nice little callback.
Yeah.
Nice little callback movie.
If you wonder why France was used there, that's the reason.
Yeah, because there was a history piece where they had gunpowder. Yeah. And they tried to take over an African village or country.
Work, yeah.
And they had fucking hide shields and fucking spears, and they beat the fuck out of them. So
beat the hell.
Fuck you, French.
Yeah. And I think that throughout the movie, Wakanda gets put through some things, but you definitely get to see plenty of. I actually think screen time wise, not maybe on specific characters, but on both sides, you see plenty of both angles.
Oh yeah.
Even though this is definitely a Wakanda movie, I don't even say a Black Panther movie, a Wakanda movie. Mm-hmm. You see plenty of Namor. Mm-hmm. You see plenty of his people. You see plenty of the interactions. You see plenty of those.
Sorry. You see plenty of Namor. I'm listening.
Let the man finish.
I'm letting him finish. I'm just caressing my poster.
You stop it.
Look, man, I gotta agree with you. It's really not a Black Panther movie. It is a Wakanda Forever movie.
It's both. It's very strong. No, it's not. It's very much like it's not a Black Panther movie at all.
Right.
There's. It's in the fucking trailer. There's a Black Panther, but it's very much like people. Honestly, needing to figure out a dialogue.
From tradition and science.
There's tradition, science.
That was the premise of this movie was touched on in Nacho Libre.
And and they even sprinkle in some and even some of the new characters they brought in had a good amount of time to shine. And even one of the
one of them is very crucial to the entire
very crucial.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so it was very fascinating, and I definitely was compelled to feel a lot in this movie. I didn't cry or anything, but I felt a lot for look, I don't think I've gotten like hype in a Marvel movie in a minute. And I don't even say this from Wakanda's side, even though Witch Duke is fantastic.
Winston Duke is great.
Any scene he's in,
hamming it
awesome.
up.
Oh, he just chewing scenery left and right.
Chewing it up.
And it causes,
which is much needed though.
It causes a problem because you used to use
M'Baku.
Let's just say
M'Baku being M'Baku.
No, not that. Let's just say there's a lot of great actors on the Wakanda side. Almost. But with like honestly, they saw me in theater. Every time Namor's crew showed up, that shit was hilarious because he was not talking.
He just didn't fuck around.
Did not.
And look, we watch movies and we see so many other villains fuck around.
Mustache twirling, tying women to railroad tracks.
Why did they do this? Why didn't they just blow that shit up? Yeah. He don't give a fuck. He'll do whatever. And he will do whatever he has to do.
And because his English is limited.
Without warning,
and it's because his English is limited, he's going to tell you with very few words.
Yeah, but the thing is, he tried to warn you.
Right.
He does try to warn you.
His English felt very fluid.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Right. No, but like just some of the pronunciation is just it's the language. Spanish. It didn't bother me. What I'm saying though, just account for a language barrier being like, I'm going to say as few words as possible. Because
he's very to the point.
He's just to the point, yeah.
I'm going to hurt you. Look, once again, he really is.
He's a Mexican dad. He is a Mexican dad. If you fuck with my kid, I'm going to kick your ass.
but what I really like is like the universal thing is I feel like both sides are like, all right, look. Both of them are very clear like, look, let's just make it clear. Y'all white people, y'all are never going to be an issue.
Yeah. We will handle you real quick.
Like, if y'all try, we will end this entire thing.
Y'all aren't a threat. These motherfuckers are a threat.
No,
right.
Us minorities to each other
are a threat.
We're a threat.
Yeah, you're not really.
You're nothing.
Yeah,
you're not even fucking shit on my shoe.
Yeah, you're really? Around, basically.
I mean,
the U.S. government?
Come on.
That.
Really? I'm trying to have Wakanda on my side and/or fucking Namor's people on my side. If I'm locked
Andor?
up, no, I said Namor's people.
Oh, I thought you said Andor. Like that's another Mexican.
No,
we'll review that later. Yeah.
I'm trying to have Namor's people on my side. If I'm locked up, because really and truly, no prison system, no policing,
if it's
no nothing.
Water,
right?
It's Alcatraz. Luckily, you did shut that shit down because that crew could take that shit over instantly.
Oh my god, yeah.
He had no issue.
I mean, they did learn how to take down the Telecons, but...
True. I do. What were they? Quick question. What were they in the Eternals? They could have used some help. Was that after? Was that before?
No, different part of Mexico. So the Fall of Tenochtitlan during the Eternals... Yeah, but no, that was in northern Mexico. That's my people. My assumption is because I'm Mexican. But then Mexico goes all the way down there, and then that's where you get like El Salvador, all the weird ones. And I'm just fucking with them. I'm fucking with all the non-Mexican Central Americans. But that's where you get that. So they put it down there. So if the Eternals were up here, they weren't fucking with it.
Going on.
Yeah, and they show some real shit from the Mayans and what happened to them.
Yeah, slavery was a thing.
Slavery, diseases.
I actually
boils on the flesh. That's real.
I actually was really astonished that they just said, "Yep. This is what it is."
Yep.
A lot of colonizing comments in this. Yeah.
And given the chance, they'll do it again. And
I really wanted to look at a white person when they brought up a colonizer, like comment or joke, just be like,
no, because they really go around and they're like, y'all white people are the worst.
That's the way they're portrayed. It's just like, God, you are just.
And then they have the good one. They do have the good one.
But I do love how that introduction. Yeah, of course, you got to have a good one. I like how the introduction scene you talk about. It is a straight up horror movie for white people.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking
so I think we could say who won, the Wakandans, the Telecons, who won.
We'll get to that.
White people lost. That's all you can really say in this movie.
Or did they win? Well, the grand, we'll talk about that later.
The grand scheme of things, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But Tommy, what about your first impression?
First impression, I feel like this whole unspoil is just going to be first impressions.
Yeah.
Didn't love this. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it.
Yeah.
It's dark as fuck. It's a very grim movie,
brutal
man.
too.
It is brutal as fuck. It's probably it's Marvel's darkest movie in my opinion.
They are. I I don't think they've ever just plain and simply killed this many people. If that makes sense.
They killed henchmen.
It's about the closest. Well,
the
closest thing we'll get to like if Marvel tried to do Game of Thrones or some shit.
Because like henchmen were getting fucked up. Run through.
If you didn't have a name, and even if you did, you getting beat.
It's gonna suck for you, probably.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Look, and this was my worry, and we talked about it beforehand. And I love this about because there's a lot that I do love. But the one thing we talked about that we loved is you're gonna go into this assuming how this is gonna play out,
right?
Like most movies play out with two, clearly. There won't be any seriousness. Civil War, for example, perfect thing to compare it to.
They can't kill Namor.
No
He's too
way
big of a name.
They're gonna
introduce someone else.
They're gonna have a common enemy. They're gonna team up.
Right.
That's not how this anyway.
No,
Which I love that they subverted my expectation with that shit.
No, for the love of God, and I mean this wholeheartedly. These are the types of climaxes that I'm wanting. Like this is the climax-esque.
Yes.
Like I don't need.
And it's not, we're gonna stun you. Like no, they kill each other. Like it's peril.
They're out for blood.
Everybody is out for blood, and it's not some giant fucking color light show in the sky.
No.
Technically,
they switched it up a bit.
But it didn't feel like
it didn't feel like a typical Marvel.
It felt genuinely like there is some set pieces.
Stakes here, yeah.
But there's somewhere I'm just like, there is one part where someone gets stabbed, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Right. Damn, yeah.
Right.
No blood. And someone brought up Elijah. Why they didn't show? Nigga, it's PG-13. They want that money.
Right.
Of course they're not going to show blood. You know better than this, Elijah.
Right. If you want bloodlust, go murder a man.
And I also...
No, please don't. Please don't.
For me, that whole thing of, like, needing blood, I'm like, dog, like, you can... It's fine. Like, there's certain things I get it. Yeah. But like I'm just like it's fine.
You get the fucking point.
It'll be all right.
You'll still cringe at some of the shit and be like, oh God, there's just no blood. Yeah, that's the workaround because they do violent shit to each other.
It's really brutal.
It's one of the most brutal Marvel movies I've seen.
And like if you look at both the history of Wakanda and of Talokan,
it makes
their
sense.
Histories are brutal.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. A lot of the parallels
come at each other the way they do. Yeah.
Right. Welcome everybody to the Manscaped Dad. This holiday season, I'll be giving thanks to our friends over at Manscaped who have given us more sponsorship. We're actually getting some gifts pretty soon to show off to all of you out there. But everyone loves turkey, stuffing, all that stuff. The cake. I made a cake for myself. Pineapple upside down cake's my favorite. But you'll be the one looking like a dessert with the help of Manscaped and all of their fine formulations and products. The Performance Package 4.0 is the thing that comes to mind first because Manscaped is the leaders of below-the-waist technology and grooming, and they will have blessed you with the ultimate Thanksgiving gift to yourself and, for the holiday season, gift to everyone else. You can talk, though, over the turkey about the new cutting-edge ball trimmer and ultimately give yourself the men's hygiene bundle that's brand new. So be sure to take care of the pumpkins. Be sure to take care of your stuffing. Clean it up and get Manscaped. Now, I talk about Manscaped, but if you go to manscaped.com and use coupon code MEX20, you can get 20% off and free shipping off your entire order. If you're watching on video, you see it right in front of me. But if you are listening, MEX20, 20% off and free shipping. And you go to the website, folks, and you can see all their delightful products. They're actually sending us over, guys, again, another ultra premium collection. And they're also sending us the ultra smooth package. And this is the one I want to try out because it's the specialized 3-step groin shaving kit to help you buff, protect, and smooth your most sensitive areas. Somebody stole, or I think I misplaced during the bear commercial we did long ago, the crop exfoliator. So my balls have not been exfoliated for a long time. So we're going to get a rehash of that. But ultimately, I want to see what the razor does, not on my bits, but on my head. So the ultra smooth package, it's going to be there for you. It's going to be there for the holidays. And you can start the holidays early for 20% off and free shipping on every order at manscaped.com. And when you do that, folks, your balls will thank you. And I thank you this Thanksgiving season for using our coupon code MEX20 20% off. Thanks, folks. Go to Manscaped. It's really good. As a matter of fact, this is actually not even a part of the ad anymore. I'm just going to show you and tell you guys this. Like a real, you want to help us but not spend a whole ton of money. This is between me and you guys. Let me find it real quick. Come on, I'm losing it. I found it. I use this every day. The Shears 2.0, $20, 20% off of that. Get yourself a pair. Those nail clippers are nice. The file, super nice. I use it every day. It's actually in my bedroom, or else I pull it out. It's all beat up because I use it. So, 20% off, Max 20. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back to the show right now. Bye. Right, but now I think this will be a good way to wrap up the non-spoiler, because we can go on a little bit. Okay. We'll just go over characters. Just hip fire, that way the people get
and then rating
what they want, huh?
Ratings,
and then we'll do ratings.
What are we doing now?
Which the characters, what we thought of them, first impressions. That way we can get into it. That way, no, because people want to know.
Which character specifically?
Well, we'll talk about Namor, amazing, great.
We all love.
We've talked about.
Say some things, but
we can't.
But like Shuri is in the movie.
Yes.
What do we feel about Shuri?
If you want to know my opinions, go to the spoiler section.
No, but you could give non-spoiler
I know. So, I think my most painful thing about this movie, is Leticia Wright, and it's mainly because, I mean, it's a couple of things. In comparison to everybody who's around her, she's like, she's not a leading person.
I don't think so.
She doesn't have that weight, doesn't have that presence, doesn't feel earned for some of the things.
I didn't think she was through most of the movie. You know what I mean?
And I was like, I thought they were going to take it a couple of different ways, and they did. There's a lot of twists and turns and surprises. But just for like she's definitely a showcase in this movie alongside Angela Bassett, and she's just not it. And I never felt that at all. I think that what kills me the most is that I actually feel like if this were the movie originally intended, this would have been better than the first one.
Right.
By large and far.
Absolutely.
And that's what kills me the entire time through this movie. Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, if Chadwick was doing this...
Elephant in the room, you feel his loss. You feel it hard.
It sucks.
Yeah. Because it's nobody's fault. Yeah.
She sucks. Not she sucks. It sucks because I don't think it sucks because it's just so obvious that you're like, man, just give me something like this man did.
Yeah.
Right.
This presence, the charisma, the swagger.
An iota of it.
Yeah, right. Iota. Because you have a scene where another person pops up, and I'm even like, God damn it, you're here for 3 seconds.
And you've already,
I'm like, oh my God. Like you're giving me the thing.
Yes.
You know what?
That was the closest thing I got. Yeah.
I was so mad.
And I was mad because I felt like, God damn it, you had him.
This was so good.
You could have went a completely different angle with this, and I hate you didn't.
And what's even worse about it is that just based off of vague motivation, her motivation is not sold. She does not sell it.
She doesn't.
That's the thing. She has a really strong motivation, motivation that could work with the story.
It comes a plot line to where you're like, okay, I don't feel like this, like that character earned, this kind of storyline in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's just like she ain't it, man. She move on. Like you have other characters and actors who are just they're doing the best they can with what they got, and they do quite well with it. But it's like others are kind of hitting it, like you're getting me something. It ain't it. It ain't, you can't exactly get that, but you're giving me something.
Well, there's somebody that gave a lot.
Like she
Unless
did.
you have a final thought on Shuri.
Yeah, no. Well, it's just to your point of the reason why I think the precipice of why you can feel it is because you can see what the arc swings they're going for are, and I'll specify it in the spoiler section. But there was one aspect that was resolved, and then because of a certain aspect that happens in this movie, you could see this being, okay, this is where Black Panther would end up being like, hey, because it's like, all right, I had my arc with X person, I had my arc with this other person. This is like the culmination of me.
Right.
Leticia Wright she ain't it.
She just doesn't have
she
it.
never sells
She
me.
never
She never
sells
sells me on her. She never sells me on the argumentation. She never sells me on a single aspect about it, and it sucks because
It's a scene in this movie where this is where she should fit in.
Right.
I think you know what scene I'm talking about. Like, okay, now this is your time to do something a little,
To command the room a little bit.
To command the room because you and this other character should vibe, and this should be your thing. It doesn't. That other character holds their own, and it's just like you're just kind of here,
right?
Like you're just kind of here, and it shows.
And here's the thing. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. But here's the thing, because like I want to just nip in the bud if there's any thought that this is like the He-Man Woman Haters Club, like Leticia Wright can't be the woman Black Panther. No. I'll get to it because let me segue you.
Yeah.
Because this is a female-led movie, of course.
What it is.
And
very. I love it because it's very black. Hey, when some hard shit goes down, black women are gonna rally, and they're gonna be the ones.
That saves Wakanda.
Saves the day.
Right. And the one that shines, in my opinion, the brightest, maybe outside of Angela Bassett, who we all love,
of course,
is Denai Guerrera.
Yes,
Okoye,
they gave
with her spear fu car.
She has her own arc, which I love. Yeah, the spear car was excellent.
She does that all the time.
Like they clown the fuck out of her. Also,
no, but she is the glue that holds it together.
And she has a solid storyline, and it's a conflict that's just amazing between two amazing actors that I love.
And it's very much like.
But I like her arc in this.
I think that's the other problem. You have so many strong black women on the screen, you can see the crack,
right?
And you can, and what pain, and I'm not saying like because once again, in a realm where there was another Black Panther or Chadwick Boseman was filling the spot, Leticia Wright would have crushed it in the supportive role of this movie. That she plays that role very well,
yeah.
Of bouncing off of a responsible brother while she could be kid sister, not having to take the heavy responsibility and carry the weight. And when the weight is thrown on her, she can't lift it.
No.
Acting wise, or in even the physicality or the emotion that it takes, because some of the things mirror what T'Challa felt, and there's supposed to be mirrors there, and I'm barely putting them together now.
Dude.
See, because I feel like what scene was genuine though, and where I'll give her some credit, but what I feel like,
I think the opening was genuine.
I feel the opening was genuine, but I also think that I actually think the dialogue between Namor and Leticia Wright. I think that was actually,
solid.
Yeah, I think that was actually
quite solid.
To me, in my head, what I'm thinking was, I do think the same aspect happens.
And she's bouncing off a strong character.
Yeah, and I think that was true because I don't see Chadwick do you know what I mean?
No, he couldn't have done that. And to be fair, that's kind of a secondary character's role too, though.
Yes,
because that's Namor.
He's negotiating.
Namor's carrying.
He's carrying it. That's his heavy lifting scene, and she just has to be there to inquire, basically.
Right.
And yeah, she's great at that. But that's something that's like, even if Chadwick were around, that scene should still have been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dig it. I don't know. I don't want to say this as a spoiler. I'm good. But let's just say, man, Tony Stark is special.
Shit.
Tony Stark is special.
Because that's what
they make it very known, like
special.
Yeah, Tony Stark ain't really
let's bring it real quick to the character Ironheart.
Riri
Williams. There she is, floating about in this action scene.
Oh, she.
What'd you guys think of Riri?
I loved Riri.
Riri was good.
I like Riri a lot.
With your ashy ass head.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
That's a hood snap.
From Chicago. So from Chicago. I was hoping she was from Oakland.
No, she's from Chicago.
She's from
Chicago.
What I liked was I do think she kind of fades in the back a little bit.
She does.
But she has a very good introduction.
I think so.
And
it's
she
a lot
feels
of they could have fucked that up.
They could have made it corny. They could have
too much.
No, it was just right.
Yeah, they could have made it a little too urban. She
flirted with it a little bit.
She flirts with it a little bit, but it's genuine. It's like, okay, she coming for what she would still talk like, but when it comes to pronunciating things, she's supposed to pronunciate correctly.
She's not ignorant.
No,
is the point.
And
it's believable that this kid would just be like, oh, she's a genius that lived in the hood. Like we had to find her.
Right.
She goes to MIT. It makes you believe it.
Right.
And I love how I love her very, very initial introduction where she literally just That was yesterday's rate.
Yeah.
Right. Just extorting people.
She's a hustler.
But she's a hustler.
She's a hustler,
At
yeah.
MIT.
Yeah, and when people are like, damn, you built it? Yeah, I built it. Like, goddamn, like you in my shit. Like,
Right.
it's nothing to her. Like, she's better than Tony Stark.
I mean, they kind of put it that way.
They put it that way without actually just flat out saying it. He ain't mentioned. In the comics, she looks up to him. They don't mention that here at all.
Right.
Obviously, clearly, she has some respect for him.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But
MIT alums.
I actually really like that because.
But I like the way they handled
No,
it.
because
yeah.
I mean the way Marvel handled it before was like, the person who had respect, like Spider-Man, that was his thing.
Yeah.
And so they're like,
exactly
hey,
right.
look, she took notes, but it's her thing, and she's talented in her own right. And once again, she basically said, like, herself and entire Wakanda basically said, no, really, you ain't special, Stark.
Right.
No, we got one of those.
Oh, shit, they got Iron Man suit. Yeah,
We got
one guy?
3. We got 7. We got 8.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. That's not too anything. I mean, you can see in the trailers there's a lot of action going on. But so we got that M'Baku tight.
That's great. He's
Great.
doing his thing, keeping it lightest. He's the only lightness of this movie.
And brings the masculinity element too, or it's
It
like
needs to be
it
there.
sways it a little
needs
bit.
to be. And guess what he is? He supports.
Yeah,
Which is
he's not. Yeah,
message.
that's actually a brilliant point to make, Tommy.
Yeah.
M'Baku plays the role of a good man in a crowd of
he doesn't
women.
try to take anything
He's not
over.
Mr. Buff. He's
Yeah.
not Mr. He talks a little shit.
He
maybe.
talks-
No,
Who he is.
I actually
He's-
thought like he knocked it out of the park with each like his
He's funny
like, comedic
cousin.
delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he is.
he just comes in, talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk
Falls
shit every
back.
time he's on the
Yeah.
screen, and then it's like, but I also can be. I actually thought his heartwarming scenes were very genuine.
Right.
Yeah,
You could
Kane
tell where
is
he was
super, and again,
positioning himself.
a carrier. He
Carrying
carries.
all the, okay.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, we're done.
Atuma and Namora. Whoo! Atuma's badass, dude.
Namora is badass as fuck.
Namora-
Atuma is badass also.
Well, Atuma.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, him and Okoye got a thing.
They got a
rivalry.
rivalry.
Yeah.
quarrel. And the thing is, though, is that man of honor. I love that.
Oh yeah, no cheap shots.
Yeah, no cheap
This
shots.
This is warrior versus
No,
warrior.
but-
Let's go.
Man, I think
That-
the most hard hitting. I was like, everybody in theater said
That was a badass. That was a good ass fight scene. Yeah, it was a collective. Oh,
Like, we were
Yeah,
like, God,
because we saw it
And look,
coming.
and you
We
didn't
saw
know-
it coming.
Yeah, and not only that, they sell it because something got broken very clearly because something has to get popped back in place in order for the fight to continue. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, and-
because I caught the audio part that because I don't know if you heard that crack, but it was
Well,
like.
speaking of the
oh,
audio
God.
part,
Yeah.
real quick, great use of music, great use of silence.
yes.
Oh,
they,
yes.
There was plenty of scenes where they were like,
I guess that's
no.
where that Jaws thing comes from.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a like they had a couple like very limited, not that much slowdown.
Right.
No. Like, and when they did, it was like I think it was like in a transition. I was like, that's really good.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me see other characters in this movie. Let's look at the back of the box. Queen Ramonda.
Oh,
That's
Sansa
fucking
Bassett,
wonderful.
Man,
Oh my God.
I have
she
I have
just
opinions.
Gravitas
amazing.
galore.
I have
Oh, absolutely.
opinions on her character this time around, but
We'll talk about that.
she incredibly strong
incredible.
performance. I mean,
What she does.
what's
With her eyes closed.
It makes
yeah.
it shit. It's what makes it so hard.
Yeah.
Everybody on this screen is kinetic and
Giving it
carries
their all.
the weight, except
And
for one goddamn
And
person.
I think she gave it her all. She's just, I don't know. I've not seen her in anything else that I think she's that good in. And I have a problem with that actress for some things off screen.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like,
In this
I can
role, she is
remove that
good.
and just, no, not Angela.
He's talking
no,
about
No,
like,
Leticia. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Leticia. Yeah, like I have issues with her off screen for other things, but
I removed
can
that.
remove that. Yeah, and just focus on this because it was some. Like I said, I give her credit for that opening. She sold it. She sells some parts, but she ain't consistent and just.
and going up against
She's the
Angela
weak link.
Bassett.
She's the weak link.
Going up against Angela Bassett
Not-
also just puts you out of the range of anything
Can I
possible.
give
that
it
could be good.
MVP because I did tear up once in this movie.
Oh, yeah. I got
and
chills.
It was a scene that I didn't think I would. You wouldn't think
It's in the
you
trailer.
would. What? Which one you
See what you think about? Hold on, we're
No,
cut
it was
black.
an introduction to when we see Lupita Nyong'o's character.
Oh, yeah.
Because just knowing her past with the character of T'Challa.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of a personal thing. And you notice she's not there. And so, like, you want to see what that's about.
Yeah.
And just, I didn't expect it, but I'm like, oh, yeah, no. She loved that man.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you feel that when you see her again, like, and she sells that pain very quickly. And it's just like, oh, God, yeah, no, she feels it.
And there's things and questions you're like, huh? And then they answer
Everything gets explained, but it's just like, yeah, no, she's so, they do so much with so little. It's just like, you don't even have to go through a whole dialect of how you felt about the man. Just that whole scene. That got me. I'm like, no, that's a woman that loved that man. That was hard for her. Yeah, like, and that hit you. Like, she was great. I think it's just fucking gorgeous in this. And got to speak her native language.
Her native language. Also, just, I'll get the spoilers on that one, but I think that's all the main characters. Everett Ross. Woo!
He pops up. He
pops up.
There's another, which is not in the trailer. There's another character that you have seen floating around that pops up.
Right.
And you find out that
it's Dr. Doom! I'm kidding.
No, don't do that.
No, just
you find out this other character is a little more clever than you might expect.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Doom! Dr. Doom's in the movie. Spoiler alert.
Three-Nation War movie.
Not gonna lie. I thought it was a little BS, but it's like.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
No, I mean, because I'm like, we'll talk about it, because I'm like, they would never let that happen.
Right. Well,
they would know.
Nah.
Well, that leads us to our final thoughts. My final thoughts. I miss Chadwick Boseman.
We all do. All right.
And the thing is that in the chat, they're really talking and kind of bring up, do they recast? Would it be a smart decision to recast T'Challa? Would it have been the best decision?
In this one, no. But in long run, they have to.
I mean, it's on Leticia Wright, and she drops the ball. And I know that's a lot to ask of her. That's a lot to ask of anyone.
Oscar caliber actor.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And so it makes sense that she doesn't quite step up into the role. You feel it.
You can tell it in me, yeah.
But the writing, cinematography, the stories that they tell, Talo Khan, that whole history, Namor, all of his stuff, fantastic.
Beautifully done, beautifully shot, just
meaning and everything.
Respect and meaning and all of it, yeah.
And so that's that. You can't take that away from the movie when there's so many good pieces around it.
And I've said, like, that character, just fucking pop culture wise, it's just too fucking important.
Right.
And I love Chadwick, one of the most talented actors, especially black actors ever. And it's more important than even him. Like, it is important. That character is so important to us. Because, I mean, God, you see little white kids, Mexican kids playing with Black Panther figures. Like, it's so important.
I don't mean this in any slight of way. And I have to phrase this very particularly. This was a thing for two kings.
Right.
This was a situation for
that's what the history of the comics had set up.
Yeah, it had two men just having this conversation and having this sort of route. And for me, it's really tough because to me, Marvel has proven that they can have such great black female representation.
Right.
And we lost the biggest black male representation.
And
one that was like,
and to help
my kid hero.
To help you to your point, though, real quick, we also had Civil War, Endgame, Black Panther 1, and Infinity War to know Chadwick Boseman's character T'Challa and to see how that building of that character would work better with Namor. That's why you see it specifically.
Those two are so intertwined with each other. Even just in comic history, they're just so intertwined.
If I swear to God, I'd beat you. Do not mention Rhodey. No,
they've been doing that a lot. What is the deal with
Rhodey? Don't got no legs.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
Rhodey's okay.
And there's a certain.
I love Don Cheadle.
And Captain America. Why don't you bring up Captain America?
And trust
he wasn't in Wakanda right now, so yeah.
Trust me, because of. No, I'm
we'll
gonna
talk about it when Armor Wars.
No, I'm gonna save it for spoilers. Let's get into his ratings.
Well, my rating it's an 8. So I'm just gonna give my numbers.
Okay.
Because he was on his final.
I was on my final thought. I got hijacked.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
Because I gave Batman a 7.5 and that dropped down to like a 4.
Right.
So the Batman is now a 4 and this is an 8.
That one still drops for me.
Yeah, it's not
like
good.
at 5 now.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah, it's not.
But this movie, I think, is very good. I think it is an easy watch too. I think this is a movie where you're like, oh man, it's a little heavy at points, but
For the good parts, yeah.
But I liked watching it. I liked seeing where it was going. But Leticia Wright kept this from being a 10, and I mean that.
No, you're
this
right.
could have been a 10.
Yes.
And God. Okay, final thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm echoing everything you said. But I want to definitely highlight, dude, Namor's fucking awesome. Namor's
amazing.
I almost had to flip teams.
Again,
I almost had to be like,
Right.
Yeah.
I almost had to sit there. I was like, I'm from the Dominican Republic, baby, Hispanic. Woo!
I am a Hayati.
If you're one of those people who are like,
Wycliffe.
If you're one of those people like, I'm Team Killmonger in the first one, he'll dig some fucking Namor.
Oh, yeah.
Because honest to God, like the thing I love about him most is he's like, hey, look, let's not mince words again. He's very direct. Both of us were slaves. Look at our skin. Come on. Yeah. That's his thing. It's like, come on.
Right.
Like, if I have an ally, it's got to be you, right?
And they are coming for us.
Yeah.
They are
He's flat
coming.
out says,
So,
like, they're coming for both of us.
Right.
So you just want to end it now? Because I'm about that.
right.
I'm about that action.
Yeah.
Right.
But
But no, Wakanda cares about people. It's like, shut up,
we don't
Wakanda.
want wars. It's like,
we'll talk about that.
yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk
But,
about.
no,
it's very smart motivation.
I really. This is I actually mean this. This is probably one of the hardest
It is.
ratings I've given, mainly because I don't think I've ever seen an example of a movie that could have been a 10 or even a 9.5 on a good day.
Talking about in
For
this
me.
movie?
Yeah, this movie.
In this movie, it could never be
You
a 10.
see it.
No,
Oh.
I'm saying I've never felt a movie that could have been
Had
a 10.
Oh, that had it in it. Yeah.
Had the potential. Easily had the
and it's
potential.
literally one person
Yes.
Yeah.
who just
Kills
doesn't
it,
do
yeah.
it. And it makes it painful.
Sucks the life out.
It's
Right.
it makes it
literally.
unenjoyable.
And we'll get
Yes.
it, and we'll get into it in the spoiler review. But the extracurriculars outside of the actors
Does
in the
not
movie,
help.
it absolutely does not help. It helps in one regard, but absolutely does not help any sort of redeeming
No.
parts of that character.
because they
But-
layered things. But I'm honestly gonna go an 8 as well. I wanted to give this. I wanted to give it a 7. But I'm like, I give it an 8 because I do think everybody else was good, and I like Namor that much.
And I think the first one's an 8 too. I'm there on the first one. As
No,
an 8.
I'm actually I give the first one. I think I'm probably higher. That one's
Yeah.
special. That one's
Right.
special.
It is.
Oh yeah, that's the one
I have to
disappointing
separate
thing.
it with that one.
Well, that's
I
the one
have- yeah.
disappointing thing is that this movie, there's no way possible that it could have the same cultural influence the first one had.
No.
Not just because of Shuri or anything like that. It just doesn't have it.
No.
But I hope the Mexicans get what they like out of it because they very well could.
So I think they will.
But they're very evil. Namor's very bad in this movie.
no, they're not though. That's the thing.
We'll talk about it when we get to
I
it.
know.
and I don't-
He's a
and-
complicated
But
character.
Tommy,
And
let's get your final thought.
I don't know. No, sorry.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick. I see. This is my problem. I will never know if it could have because of the circumstance. Because I almost think that this is very much like a minority. Let's figure this out thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that would have been a really cool. All right, hey, let's have a party. You bring your people. I bring my people. We gonna fight in the middle.
Right.
But at least we can talk at the start.
Right.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. So yeah, no man, like Namor is this is his movie. It is his movie. He's the saving grace of it. And he does what he can do. But I agree pretty much almost 100% with TJ, with just like everything works in this. It's darker than any other Marvel movie in my opinion, which could have worked even more so. It's more violent than any other Marvel movie, which could have worked even more so. You have a fucking amazing antagonist because it's like, yeah, I get where he's coming from.
Right.
Which is what Black Panther seems to be known for now. Is
They make very
complicated,
very
relatable, and like,
understanding. Like,
yeah, like I get it.
like hey, look, straight up, like when you think about it, all the crazy shit that you would do for your family.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's not evil. He's just he's very rational. It's just,
He tried.
It's about his biz, and if you ain't about it, he flat out tells you. It's nothing he does that really constitutes as evil. He told you. He warned you.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, you're with him or you're not. And so I love that about him. Very simple. You haven't really seen an antagonist like that.
Right.
And all that's so great. So many great elements. And you see watching the movie the different angles it could have went, and some that you know it would have went had Chadwick not passed.
Right.
And it hurts too much to see where this could have been and could have done. And then you go down those roads and you run into Leticia Wright, and it's just like, oh, okay, fuck. Yeah.
yeah.
You just, I want to leave this scene that you're in right now. I wish we could just move forward. And it's a lot. It's too much of that.
Yeah,
It's too much
It's
of
too
her,
much of it.
and she's not good.
She's not. She's not. And so it knocked. Fuck. I want to give it an 8. I'm kind of right now at this moment. I'm at a 7.5.
Right.
Fair.
Right now, it could go up tomorrow. I'll keep you updated, but
Look at him.
He's the reason
Look
it
at him.
is. If he wasn't in there,
That's why I had to give.
yeah, it
Look
would
at
be
my
like
mans.
maybe a 5
I gotta
or
like
6. Yeah,
like I'm trying to give my Hispanic crew their dues because I feel like what I do like let's not take this away at all. They knocked it out of the park.
They
with
did
representation.
excellent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
they said fuck
X.
it all the way.
Ryan Coogler,
all the way.
representation,
That's his thing.
like fucking
Did his homework.
do
his
everybody
homework.
else.
Look, I'm not.
Rerun back Shang-Chi.
I'll save it for spoilers.
Yeah.
There's one moment where I'm like, he did his homework. I think you might have
Got
seen
a
me jump.
dark-skinned Mexican actor to
No,
play
yeah.
the first Marvel character ever, which I don't know if many people know that fact. But
Namor
Oh
is.
yeah.
Namor is the first Marvel character.
Hey, no, we'll get that Android Human Torch one of these days. We're never gonna get the Android Human Torch one of these days.
We don't need him. You got
it-
Namor.
Now will we get flashbacks of Namor fighting in World War II
No.
with Cap?
Captain America.
Yeah.
Nah.
I knew Cap.
No, that's y'all's war. I'm down here. Yeah.
Tony Stark was a nice man.
He would flat out say, no, it's a white man's war. I'm chilling.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's exactly what he would say.
They weren't looking for. They might have been looking for the Tesseract in the ocean. Who knows?
They didn't know he was there this
Right.
entire time.
He might have just
literally-
killed a bunch of submarine Nazis, a
He only
bunch of Hydra.
he only came out for one reason.
Yeah.
One reason. He
What
said,
reason?
Now y'all gotta learn about me.
Right.
Y'all didn't want to know about me.
I know
if
everything
anybody-
about you. Yeah, you didn't know I existed.
And if anybody learns about me, I'll kill you.
I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. This is a secret. I'm not gonna be you.
He was like,
Yeah,
Right.
we ain't
he was like,
doing that.
here's my name. Don't say it.
Yeah.
No, because my people call me Kukulkan.
Yeah.
But for you,
But my enemies call me Namor.
who?
That's the end of the show.
I don't know how I could.
What's up?
I don't know if I can. I don't know how I'm supposed to react to that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I just stay
It's for
still.
us.
Yeah,
You guys got the first movie.
We'll
we
let
got
you have it, man.
3/4 of this movie. At least the
fine.
movie that was worth it anyway. The parts that were worth it.
We're okay sharing it with you. Now give him his own.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
shit. I don't want a
'cause
fucking show. Give him the man a movie.
If they give him a
with
fucking show, I'm
expensive
going to
special
go
effects.
beat up Kevin Feige in the streets.
I mean, look.
I'm going to get
honestly,
some whales.
Let me tell you
I'm going to get a
something.
humpback whale.
They got
I'm
the
going to
humpback whale.
swim to Kevin Feige's beachfront property. I'm going to sock that fool if he does a fucking TV plus Disney
And plus
plus.
side, look, it's only really one other enemy that could give him trouble. Ain't nobody else giving him trouble.
Who would it be?
Doctor Doom. That's it. That's his only other besides T'Challa that he has that can equal him and has a problem with.
Well, that's why I have a
That
problem
is
with
a
this
battle.
movie.
That's a
why I have a
good-ass
problem
battle.
with this movie a little bit. But we'll talk about that
Yeah.
after. Well, we're going to end this show. Thank you for listening to the spoiler-free review. We're going to jump right into spoilers in the live show, but for the audio listeners and for the video listeners in post,
Yeah.
this is where
Been
we say
fun.
goodbye. Follow us on all forms of social media. Search The Excellence. You'll find us there. And tell your friends we're growing. Share the videos. Share the TikToks. Any final thoughts for the non-spoiler? We're getting out of here?
No, go watch
It
it.
is.
It's worth a watch.
Worth
For
a
sure.
watch. This-
All right.
Especially if you're Mexican or black.
Yes. If you are, hell, if you're Asian too, there's some stuff there for you guys too.
No, they'll just be like, we want Ryan Coogler too.
Oh no, they got Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi needs to jump in this piece.
Oh, he has those 10 rings. Yeah, he fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he can hold his own.
That's it, folks. We're getting out of here for the spoiler-free review. We'll be back after these quick commercial breaks. Or if you're listening in post, we're gone forever. Bye.